Hello, fourth graders. Happy Thursday. We are moving on in our book to chapter 16, The Blushing Bandit. At the bend of the creek, I shut off the outboard and get out the oars, rowing soft and quiet as I come around the curve. Last thing I want is for Mr. Woodwell to see me. Not that he will. The lights are out in his house. Old man like him goes to bed early, I guess, unless he's sitting on the porch in the dark. Soon as I think about the porch, I can feel him looking, wondering what I'm up to, coming in so sneaky. Of course, it's just my imagination. He's probably sound asleep and dreaming of the boats he made. Plus, he can't see so good anyhow. Must be dead to the world by now. Stands to reason. But just in case, I come up on the far side of the dock, out of sight from the porch, nudge my skiff on the bank, and stand ankle deep in the cool water listening to the quiet. Even the birds gone to sleep. Only sound is crickets and peepers and the hush of warm summer wind. I take a deep breath, ease it out. There's a hot blush on my cheeks. Always happens when I'm about to do something bad. Once when I filched a cookie from the jar, Mom called me the blushing bandit on account of my red face. You know what? Having her laugh at me was worse than getting spanked. Made the cookie taste like dirt. Then she grabbed me up and said something that made me feel better. I don't remember what exactly because I was only 4, but knowing Mom, it was funny and sweet and sassy. Mosquito lights on my neck. I squash it real quiet. Then I'm up the bank to the far side of the boat shed. Seems bigger in the dark. Big as a castle from a storybook. The high windows look like dark eyes watching me. And the shed doors are a giant mouth. Tell myself, don't be stupid. It's a boat shed, that's all it is. An empty boat shed. Get a grip. My head feels light with knowing what I gotta do, which is exciting and scary all at the same time. I slip up to the shed and lean against the outside wall. The boards are rough and smell of rain and old wood. Feel my way along the boards until I get to the big iron latch. Here's where I gotta be extra quiet. Mr. Woodwell may be halfway deaf, but a squeaky door will get inside your sleep. I ease up the latch and feel the weight of the big door. It wants to open and let me in. Big old hinges don't speak. They make a deeper sound like, oh no, or maybe like an old man creaking his throat. I slip inside and pull the door shut. Take another deep breath and taste the smell of fresh wood shavings. Kind of a green smell that feels good inside your nose and down the back of your throat, like spearmint candy. At first, it's so dark in the boat shed, it's like a soft blanket settled over my eyes. Then I can make out the shape of the high windows and a smudge of starlight. Still, can't see much, but enough to make out the farthest wall. On the way, I stub my toe on a sawhorse, but manage to swallow the ouch. Serves me right, sneaking in like a thief. Try to tell myself what I got in mind ain't stealing exactly, but if it ain't stealing, what is it? Feel along the back wall. Finding tools hung on pegs, splinters, knotholes. What I'm after is out of reach, so I drag over a sawhorse and climb up on it, kind of holding my breath as I reach up. There it is, right at my fingertips, my father's harpoon, the one he made and gave to Mr. Woodwell. I lift it off the pegs, expecting heavy, but the harpoon is light, long and light and balanced where you hold it. The surprise of that makes me dizzy, I guess, because the next thing I'm on my back in the sawdust and I can't breathe. Got the wind knocked out all the way out, and it takes a while to get it back, a little at a time. When I'm breathing again, I worry some more about Mr. Woodwell. What'll he say if he finds me taking his harpoon? What'll I say back? Can't think of nothing that makes it right, but that don't stop me doing it. I've been over it in my own head, and there's no way around it. The fish are out there right now. Tomorrow or the next day might be too late. So I gotta head out tonight and be there when the sun comes up, ready to strike the first big fish that rises. Need a harpoon for that. No two ways about it. It's not like I can ask to borrow the harpoon. Tell the old man I'm headed out to the tuna fishing grounds and he'll rope me to a chair and call my dad, or worse. So I tell myself Mr. Woodwell will understand after it's over. After I got my fish and the money and everything. But mostly I try not to think about how wrong it is, stealing from Mr. Woodwell, who's been so good to me. In the end, he don't wake up, or anyhow he don't come out to the shed to see what's making all the noise falling down and squeaking the doors. First thing I notice outside the shed is a swarm of lightning bugs shining like little stars in the tall grass, like they're pointing the way back to my skiff. Figure that has to be a good sign when the bugs want to help you find your way. I scurry down to the bank to where my skiff is waiting. The harpoon is longer than the boat. So long it sticks out over the bow like the emblem on a out over the bow like the emblem on an old car. Big old harpoon is meant to be used, ain't it? What's the point of making a thing like that if it never gets used? Once I'm out on the creek, I stop worrying about Mr. Woodwell and start thinking about the giant fish, the big bluefin. I can almost hear it talking, sassing me like a bully in the schoolyard. Come and get me, lobster boy. Come and get me if you dare. So my question to you is, while I was reading that, did any of you guys think that Mr. Woodwell would come out and catch him? And do you guys think that Mr. Woodwell will find out about it? Will Skiff tell him? Will he wait until after this is all done to tell him? Will he find out another way? Maybe discover that the harpoon's missing? Leave your comments or predictions in the comments below. Look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you again next time.